Pacific Islands, our crop partners in the room, our valued development partners. On behalf of our Director General, Dr. Stuart Minchin, Vulavinaka, bonjour, talofa, and welcome to the 8th Pacific Heads of Agriculture and Forestry meeting. It is so good to see you all in person again today, after our virtual meeting of 2021. This week has already been very full, with a wide variety of side events that capture the range, the challenges, and the forward momentum of the agriculture and forestry sectors in the Pacific. I trust today we can build on this shared knowledge and progress to realise this week's theme of transforming Pacific agriculture and forestry. Your active engagement is key to this transformation. Today we will discuss some of the region's biggest challenges and the way agriculture and forestry can address those challenges. Before continuing, I want to remember our colleagues and the people of Vanuatu, members of our Pacific family, who are now finding their way out of recovery from tropical cyclones Jody and Kevin. I've spoken with the Director of Agriculture a couple of days ago, and they're focusing on assessments and immediate response, and the government has reached out to SPC for assistance with post-disaster needs assessment. His early estimates were for at least 70% crop and livestock damage in some areas. I'm sure you all join me in prayers for their recovery as we wait to better understand how to be of best assistance to them. This weather event demonstrates that the climate emergency is, of course, our most immediate challenge. During this week, we've also discussed climate change in the context of pandemics and natural resource security, and on today's agenda is an update on the UNFCCC COP27 outcomes and the joint work on the implementation of climate action in agriculture. Resilience and climate action is the first key focus area of the SPC strategic plan. Here it is not only the Land Resources Division supporting your climate actions, but the whole of SPC, working increasingly closely with our COP partners in this space. Our researchers and technical teams are providing robust science to the Pacific to address climate effects on agriculture and forestry, and also informing the technical networks we facilitate that share data and information and build capacity that is vital to effective responses. We will have the opportunity to see a visualization of some of this work in the next room, a 3D climate change model built by our Geosciences, Energy and Marine Division. The model's an example of SPC as a whole collaborating and providing valuable science and knowledge relevant to the agriculture and forestry sectors. The model depicts sea level rise on low-lying atoll communities. It actually uses Majuro Atoll as the example and demonstrates the threats to farmland, local water systems, and of course the food system. We'll have that opportunity to view the presentation during the agenda this morning. Resilient and regenerative food systems address our climate and sustainability challenges, as well as providing good nutrition. We struggle with the triple burden of malnutrition in our region. We need a diverse system centred on both blue and green economies that's sustainable, from genetics to soil to biodiversity of our crops, fish and livestock, to harvesting, packaging, transporting, selling, and ultimately consuming food. A holistic system that provides and promotes good nutrition for all while protecting and restoring our environment. The Pacific Food Systems is an SPC flagship initiative calling on expertise across all our divisions and taking actions in 6 areas to advance national food systems pathways and strengthen the Pacific food system as a whole. Science for nutritious and resilient food production, healthy and equitable food environments, critical public goods, innovation in coastal and atoll food systems, future food capacities, and harnessing digital technologies. The flagship calls on SPC's core capabilities in statistics, agriculture, forestry, fisheries, and public health, and connects the cutting-edge initiatives across SPC, including the Pacific Community Centre for Ocean Science, the Pacific Data Hub, and of course, the Centre for Pacific Crops and Trees. All these are key regional public goods and centres of expertise, and we will leverage interdisciplinary ways of working that enhance our impact with you, our members. Science and technology are vital to transforming our agriculture and forestry sectors. Examples of our work in this area include research of climate-resilient varieties of our important staple crops. We also have a program of work soon to start to understand and then address excessive salination in swamp taro pits. We're undertaking biocontrol development, trialling of agroecological methods, in addition to many more. And of course, when I say science, I also mean traditional science and knowledge. It's essential that in all we do, we're informed by the traditional knowledge and practice and call on the proven practices of Pacific people. Capacity building and skills and knowledge transfer is also critical to transformation. And our ongoing programs such as Paravet, the plant and soon soil doctors, capacity building in surveillance to combat pests and diseases contribute to this transformation. Of course, economic development is also critical to our islands, and we complement our scientific work with support to value chain development, market certification such as organic, and compliance with biosecurity pathways for market access. We also recognise that science and technology and capacity building are all applied in a community context. And so people-centred approaches, culture, social inclusion, gender equality also underpin our work. This whole-of-system approach is helping us together build the circular green economies of the future that are key to the region's sustainable development and resilience. Of course, we can't do this without the collaboration of our development partners, and many of you are in the room, and we thank you for the engagement and support and the spirit in which you work with us. The Heads of Agriculture and Forestry Services meeting is evolving, and we re-emphasise our commitment to grow and make more effective our collaboration with your ministries and government departments, supporting your steps forward, both large and small. Those of you who have participated in HOF's meetings in the past will see a marked difference in this year's agenda and how the meeting is delivered. This year, the agenda came from you. The papers presented are a response to your direction and developed largely with you and your teams through various processes during the past year. SPC is your organisation, and we're here to serve your agenda and needs. And as with all our work with you at SPC, I offer our apologies for anything that does not meet your expectations or requirements, and we will always endeavour to do better. We will also be learning through this meeting with FAO to refine the format and look for ways to continually improve these so that these meetings are of high value to you. Today's agenda provides for updates on important regional public goods. It also ensures that the technical networks of the region facilitated by SPC are well connected to you so that you can collectively guide their work. I trust that you will provide generous and substantive input. Your ministries drive agriculture and forestry discussions, the action in the region, and this is your meeting. Its outcomes can support your objectives for the remainder of the year and beyond, and will provide further guidance and direction to SPC on our services to you and assist your development partners to coordinate and collaborate more effectively. While SPC works to strengthen the delivery of the Pacific's regional public goods and contribute to enhance our farms, forests, crops, livestock and markets, you are their custodian, and we look to your strategic leadership and direction. You and your ministries have the collective knowledge and experience and are the cornerstone, not only of our blue-green Pacific food system, but also our climate change response, the application of better science and leading technology, and importantly, the agriculture and forestry sector's contribution to our leaders' vision as expressed in the 2050 strategy for the Blue Pacific continent, for a resilient Pacific region of peace, harmony, security, social inclusion and prosperity that ensures that all Pacific people can lead free, healthy and productive lives. As you progress towards transforming Pacific agriculture and forestry at home, we'll continue to provide all the support to you we can through our science, technology and the knowledge we're building. We look forward to continuing this journey together and amplifying our collaborative efforts. Before I pass back to the Chair, I'd like to acknowledge the Government of Fiji for the wonderful collaboration over this last week, and I'm sure that you will all agree the last 3 days were an incredible success. They were very rich. I'd also like to acknowledge the work with FAO on delivering these meetings and supporting the Government of Fiji, and also particularly to acknowledge the governments of Australia and also through ACR and the Government of New Zealand for providing support to this meeting that helped enable us to ensure that you are all here and able to participate. So thank you for your participation and engagement, and I wish you a productive and useful discussion. Whawhatai, Vinaka Vakalevu.